Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
We are back at it, and we're gonna have.
You're in charge of the plan. Are we putting it all back together, or are we?
So, we have a lot of stuff to put back together. We also have a vacuum pump that's supposed to be used with it, which is this pump that you're standing in front of.
We've tried to look at some parts.
You should step to the side. This thing. Chris Bowden would have a different way of saying that. So an 8 turbo pump rotor. And I have taken a peek underneath the exhaust filter, and I didn't like what I saw. So
it looked like coffee grounds.
It looked. Exhaust filters are usually kind of bad because like all the tip seal gets turned into dust and the dust gets exhausted. So you do expect to see crud in it. The amount of crud is probably more than there should be. So
it's the first one I'm taking apart, so I will calibrate myself based on this.
Come on, chat. I'm not talking to chat. I'm talking to the the chat window on OBS that is OBS. Being. Yeah, isn't OBS a lovely piece of software?
It's great.
Yeah. Great. Aren't you learning to love it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I want to get actual chat, I need to do this. Okay, so what do you think we should do? Should we just should we put stuff together? Or should we take the pump? Let's take the pump apart real quick. This is gonna be entertaining. It's always.
I feel like we could spend, like 15 minutes taking the pump apart just to see what's in there and show people what could be in there and what should and shouldn't be in there.
Yeah.
And then we can get on the other stuff. We do have a time cutoff today.
Okay.
At around 8.
Around 8. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Do you want to spread the legs out on that tripod so we get that camera kind of low? Or we switch to the other tripod. The other tripod might be more flexible.
Yeah, the other one is like really, I don't know, I feel like easier for that. Where do you want me to set it up?
I think we'll go ahead and do it right here, unless you want to put this rope up on the table.
Do we want to put it on the table? It's kind of heavy.
I mean, I could get up on the table. It's more that I don't want to clear the table off right now. So
yeah.
let's just do it right here.
Yeah, I think setting up the camera is the path of least resistance.
Yeah.
Which makes sense when you only have 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm always nervous when there are cameras on me and I'm like figuring out a tripod for the first time and I'm like, oh my God, all these people are gonna watch me struggle with a basic tripod and judge me. So don't look at what I'm doing. Look at Adam. Adam knows.
That's a complicated like 7-axis tripod.
Okay, what if this doesn't spread anymore? This one.
So you push the button on the side.
Push the button on the side.
I wouldn't mind streaming for 12 hours.
There's a button. This one.
Yeah.
This one. Okay.
And then let's see here. We got the vacuum out because we're going to be vacuuming out turbo dust probably.
We can figure this out.
I'm going to switch to the triple camera view. Ooh, I had to paste the chat link in.
What if the button on the side is not pushable?
Here, let's. So it's you just need to take some weight off it, and then it pushes.
Gotcha. Yeah, this one's interesting.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. So yeah, you got
Why does it
that
keep
legs
going?
all the way out. Yep.
Why does it keep going?
Because you went one more click down.
I see.
Yeah, which is fine.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a pretty good level for what we'll be
Yeah,
looking
you can go
at.
all the way down because then we can do this because this comes up
Yeah.
and then this comes out. Am I going to end up being? Oh, that is a really funny frame that camera's frozen on. I haven't had that camera freezing bug in a while.
Which one's that?
This one.
Okay, is this as far as it goes?
No.
At this point, it's not. I can't push
you
it.
gotta tilt it back up slightly to release the pressure, and now push it.
Let's see.
You're pushing down on this, and that's yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, because that's the actual thing that does the latching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So
So this one still needs to be.
yeah,
adjusted.
exactly. No, these tripods are different than most, but I like them. They're special. And when I have it this wide, I go ahead and just like broom one set of legs in.
Okay.
Yeah. Spider pod.
I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Looks like insect legs.
Okay. Well, I guess we're adding a checkbox to the thing, which is scroll pump question mark?
How does this raise?
You can.
Is it this?
So yeah, that controls the tilt angle, and this is the rotation lock for it. But this is probably a good angle because we're gonna be working down here.
Okay, so I need to lift, or I need.
Yeah, just loosen that. You want to grab the camera?
Yeah.
Gene, welcome to the stream. Also, OXBDF7. I'm trying to remember. You're on Discord, right? 0x. DBFB7.
Is that a username?
That is a username.
What should we call you?
0xDBFB7. It's just a memory address, right? Yeah. Dan. Dan from Discord.
All right. If it sounds like an address, then it's Dan. Hi, Gene.
There's the chat. Okay, cool. Now we're set up. Shall we? We'll move this camera over some. Okay, I think that's a good setup. So.
It's not a smart username. Is that address special to you in some way?
I'm glad that we all have the type of like brain rot that in our heads that's an address somehow.
I mean, it has to be, right?
Right? Yeah, but well, it's. I mean.
But it doesn't have to be an address. It could, like, I mean, it's short, so.
Well, I'm like normal people are like, oh, address for like a building, and we're like, address for a computer.
No, it could be anything in hex. Honestly, it doesn't have to be an address. Special number, a date.
Okay, so this is the exhaust filter on this scroll pump. Okay, real quick. This is a XDS35i. It's a rather large scroll pump, especially for a microscope. It's got a KF40 output. Most scroll pumps that microscopes use only have KF25. It came with the microscope. Now, interesting thing I'm going to note real quick. The Merlin, I think, was labeled Merlin. I don't think it was labeled Merlin 2. Let me check that real quick, see if this was actually the pump matched to this microscope or not. So the panels for this microscope say Merlin. This pump says Merlin 2, but it probably is for this Merlin, given that it ate a turbopump rotor. And that seems to be this Merlin's whole deal, so.
There's a theme with this Merlin.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the exhaust filter slash silencer. So we're just gonna start here.
It looks like we have a 17-second delay.
Oh, actually, I restarted the stream, but I never actually changed the mode. I'm sorry. I have to change. I have to restart the stream to do that. I am sorry, chat.
That's just what it is.
I even restarted the stream once to do it, but you don't set the delay when you create the stream. You have to, after you create the stream and after you do all the stream settings, before you start streaming, you have to go to a control panel that only shows up after you create the stream. And you have to go to some sub page in that control panel, change the latency setting, and then start streaming. But if you start streaming first, you can't change the latency setting. But you can't just change latency. It doesn't ask you what latency you want when you create the stream.
What is a latency setting? And you can choose a latency that you like?
Yeah,
or?
so there's a trade-off between how much video quality processing it does
and how much latency.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Promise to misbehave, nice. Okay.
Good start.
So here's what we got in our exhaust filter. Marie, do you want to grab the 100mm macro lens, I think?
Which is where?
Right where we found the ethanol bottle. We also, for those of you who were in the last stream, we found the ethanol bottle. It's on the desk right here. Or actually, I don't think we need we don't need the macro. This is plenty big enough.
Okay.
So that's what we're looking at in the exhaust filter. I think there's an open microcentrifuge vial on that table. On this one, Maria?
On this one?
Yeah, clear vial, the lid should be kind of swung open.
Clear vial with the lid swung open. Is it one of these many?
It's, as long as it has the lid open, yeah, cool. So microcentrifuge vial, and we're gonna take a sample because we like taking samples, right?
Yeah. We like looking at them, smelling them, touching.
Do you want to get the tweezers that are up there, I believe? Oh, the tweezers are actually over in the cleaning area. I remember I used them over there.
Okay. Should I go behind you or?
Let's go around that way, I think. Okay, so this is quite a bit of buildup. There's what I've tapped out so far. We'll tweeze some of this out. That's a pretty solid chunk of material. I think this is just built up turbopump rotor, or not turbopump rotor. This is built up, or caked up tip seal probably, I hope.
The turbopump rotor's in here.
Yeah.
Do you label the vials to know where
I do.
everything came from?
Okay, so that's the silencer there. So, do you want to get the flashlight that's right over there?
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go ahead and light that up for the camera, and I'll do zoom in focus. So here's looking down into here.
It's an accident.
And then if you want to go like kind of get it to point in it as much as possible.
Like inside, right?
Yeah.
Just don't want to interfere with the camera.
You can go actually right there, and that still doesn't interfere with the camera very much. Manual focus. Bump up the exposure. So yeah, there's some more gunk in there too.
Like for the amount of this, you might need like a spoon to scoop it out.
Can you try to get it down in there?
Yeah.
Well, I pull some. Oh, there's a lot in there actually. Like, look at all these big chunks we're pulling out. Yay.
Like a tablespoon.
Okay, I think we got enough of that. We're just gonna vacuum the rest out. You wanna turn the vacuum on?
I would be honored.
Full speed. New battery.
You have some batteries sitting around in random places.
We have a whole bag of charged batteries right here.
Amazing.
There you go. Oh, interesting. I'm not familiar with a big membrane between the turbo and the scroll. That may... it's probably a prime example of why that's useful. Okay, I'm gonna start getting the tools out. We need to pull this the rest of the way apart.
Yes,
So we're gonna go fan shroud off. And we also got to take the gas ballast off. So let's go ahead and pull it up. I'm super overexposed. Okay, so. Well, the gas ballast selector is working, so that's good. Could be worse. Okay, so we're going to pull that off after we vacuum it out more. Nice. Okay. Do you want to keep going and vacuuming this out?
Yep. Dead battery here for now.
Cool.
And then vacuuming out, which part do you have left?
Up inside of here.
Inside of here, you already got that?
Maybe we can hit
Go
both of
over
them.
it again?
Yeah. Yeah, once you see what happened, once you see what's happened on Merlin. Okay, so I have to get different Allen keys.
How deep can you?
If you, if,
As far as you can?
you probably got it already, but yeah.
Okay, like it, I don't know, did I get it all? I feel like I could put it in farther.
We're gonna be taking that piece off actually.
Okay, so I don't have to go as far as I can.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds
In fact,
good.
you can start taking that piece off. The plier wrenches are right there.
How is it attached?
You see the flats on it? On the sides?
On the side.
The flat part? On the,
yeah.
those, yeah. So use the plier wrench and just like lefty-loosey.
Gotcha. Where is it?
Where what?
Where is it, the plier wrench?
They're right in front of you.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
So my normal Wera Allen keys have these very nice to grip colored bands on the outside of them, but that is creating a situation where I can't actually get them far enough down inside the pump to be able to release what we need to release. Let's see here. What does it say what size? Of course it doesn't say what size. Actually, you know what? We can hold off on releasing that for now.
Yeah.
Because it'll actually come off with the rest of the unit.
Okay.
Because we're gonna be separating it like here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're separating it here. That'll just come off. We only need to take that off if we're taking the fan shroud off.
Okay. We'll adjust this back.
So now we get to play guess and check with Allen keys. Okay, there we go. Okay, and we need the plier wrench probably to break these.
Okay.
Isn't this fun? Oh, and then you can, because it's a 4mm, so I should have that in this size. So that's a 3, so that should be the 4 right there. Yeah, that's the 4. So you can follow up. Go ahead and leave this top one in for now.
Mm-hmm.
But once I've broken them free,
Mm-hmm.
does this go deep enough? It does without the handle. Okay. So once I've broken them free, you can leave the top one. You can do. You can get them out the rest of the way. So switch sides. Have you ever taken apart a vacuum pump before?
I have not. A lot of new experiences here.
Well, actually, you know what? I can take off the fan connector. So this has got a powered fan on it. And so this down here is the fan connector. And I think we can loosen that now. Yeah, we can loosen that now. So you see the fan inside here? Because this thing generates heat when it's running. And an oil-cooled roughing pump, the oil also does a good job of like removing the heat. No such luck on this one.
There's no oil, yeah.
Yeah. So you can start on that. You won't be able to put the handle on all the way like normal.
Okay.
Or maybe it does fit. Okay, cool. You just can use the other driver.
Do you want them like all the way out?
They probably they're captive, so we can't
You can't actually remove.
You can't actually remove them, but we do want them
on.
unthreaded all the way.
I don't think it's moving anymore. This one. I don't think I'm getting to it.
You can take the bit out and then stick it in.
How do I take the bit out in this?
You pull the green and black ring forwards.
This?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll kind of eject a bit.
Okay. Got it.
Oh yeah, it sticks out further there.
This I can't turn
Okay, do the bottom one.
with.
Yeah, because that one you'll be able to reach.
I think that's it. Or at least I don't think it's moving.
Cool. And then this would be a good point to get gloves on.
All right.
I can just pass you the box if you wish.
Sounds good.
You want small or medium?
Small if possible.
There you go. And then if you could pass me the box that's on your side, that'd be great. Thank you. So chat, what's our bet on what we're gonna pull out of this thing?
Also, we can't see the bottom of the chat. Not that I think we missed anything, but
Are you excited to find out?
yeah. I'm always excited, but it's easy to be excited when it's not your problem.
It's like, wow, look at how terrible a time these people are about to have.
Alright. Bye. I'm joking.
Okay, so theoretically all the bolts are loose. Or all the bolts are, except for the top one, are completely released. So I'm just gonna loosen this one a little bit more. And we're gonna see if everything's coming free. Okay, it seems like it is. Okay, so this one you can only do like a partial turn at a time.
Mm-hmm. Because it hits the.
Yeah. So go ahead and start pulling that off, and I'll support this while you do that.
Okay, start pulling.
Or the bolt, or yeah, loosening that bolt.
Loosening
Yeah.
this one.
Yep.
Not.
It's pretty loose.
Like I don't think I'm turning it.
You'll find it.
I don't think I'm feeling it.
You'll find it.
Will I? Oh, okay. Oh. That's it? That's it?
Yeah, you gotta do it. Just. Yep. Once it gets a little bit further out, we'll get to the point where you can just like get it to spin past that.
Yeah. like I'm not.
See if you can just try to force it past it.
At this spot, okay. There we go. No.
And lift up.
Like that?
Yeah.
Alright.
Because as it comes out further, this is tapering down. Yeah.
That makes sense. So for the other ones, like at some point it just stopped coming out.
And you can also feel when it
So it's
clicks
gonna-
because the thread is like kind of going past where the thread started on the hole.
Yeah. I think it stopped coming out, but I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll try it.
We'll try and see.
Can you check this one? Make sure that one's all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the click. Okay, rotor.
I think it's still attached
just roll.
somewhere.
Don't know. It feels like it's moving a little bit.
I think it's the top one.
Let me just, I'm pretty sure it's just these 6 that we have to pull out, but I do have the instructions right here, so I will just check. Ah, okay. The instructions recommend using a lever.
To like pry it off.
Yeah, there's a slot for this. Right there.
Okay, what are we using as a lever?
What everybody uses as a lever. Flat bladed screwdriver.
I've been doing this for years. I had no idea this was the proper way.
So I'm holding the rotor, and we're
Okay.
and you see this slot there?
Yeah.
So yeah, we don't want to go past the slot because we don't know what's behind it, so we don't want to scratch that.
Okay.
So yeah, so yep, start
What do you want me to apply force this way?
that way.
This way.
Yeah, but kind of pushing when you do it.
Um,
You can rotate too.
it feels like it's scratching something. I don't like it.
There's another lever spot over here. But yeah, we are gonna.
Does that feel that way too? See
Yeah,
that sound?
yep.
Is it supposed to?
It's okay because it's a spot designed for a lever.
Okay. I will tell myself that. And
As
try.
long as we're not scratching anywhere but there.
See what I mean?
I do. You can rotate too.
Hey, I got it.
Hey, there we go.
Okay.
Okay, O-ring's coming off pretty cleanly. Got a good shot of this? Yeah, we do. Cool.
It's just like the pictures.
Well, we're not using this pump.
All right, what do you see? Now, you talked about how the tip seals need to be not with the metal or not worn off enough. But what else do you see?
I see exactly that.
And I feel like that's what I see too.
Yeah.
But I am not the expert here, so
Well, chat, it's cooked.
it's cooked.
Jeez. There is absolutely no tip seal.
That's
I've
wild.
never
They
seen it
are-
that deep before.
That's not even like it's.
It's not even flush, it's
It's
just
not even flat. They
Yeah.
are caved in. They're supposed to be sticking out, right? If I understood that correctly.
Yep. Do you want to grab the flashlight?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I've seen pumps in a lot worse shape than this, like still run and still get good vacuum. Somehow. So like it probably still worked and it probably didn't even sound that terrible.
There are messages from Monochroma that we can't see.
Do you want to click on the windows to get rid of that one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna- Monochroma says Spirit was right.
Jeez. Well, that's bad. So yeah, we'll need the let's do the 35mm macro. That's the one that you took off earlier.
That one.
Yeah, the short one. Really uneven seal wear as well.
Take care of this.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is very abnormal to see the tip just that far recessed. So it's like, it's okay-ish in the middle here. Not really, I mean, it's worn down flat.
Yeah, it's like a couple of millimeters, and
I think there is still hope for this pump somehow, though. So what I'm seeing, do I have the flashlight? Do you have the flashlight?
I have the flashlight, or I had the flashlight, and it's right here.
So if we look down at the base there, where there's all that black stuff, it looks like we've got a lot of crud on top of the hard anodization. So you can see in these ones how shiny it is. Like down here in these channels.
Yeah, you can't see your finger though in the camera.
So I'm pointing at a shiny channel right now.
Okay.
So that's nice and shiny. That's nice and shiny. This one got a lot of black crud in. It kind of looks like to me that there's substantial buildup, I think mostly on top of the nice and shiny area. And if that's the case, then the buildup has actually protected the critical surface of the pump. But yeah, that ain't good. We're not running this pump. And then so the most important part of the pump is the, oh, there's turbo pump rotor down there, Jesus Christ. I'll show you that more in a second, chat. Because of course it's turbo pump rotor. So the outside channel here, the further out we are, that is where, that's the higher vacuum. So we pump the air from the outside towards the inside. So the outside sealing surfaces are the most critical to have intact to get the lowest pressure, is my understanding. So the outside surfaces look great. And in fact, on the outside edge, there's still tip sealed life left. Just a little bit, just a tiny bit. It's a little bit proud. It's only when we get to like the inner scrolls that we get this really like, oh my God, there's just no, like, look at this.
Yeah.
That's wild. Like, I'm just able to, like, push the seal down a lot. So these seals are very far gone. That's unfortunate. So yeah, the very center of the pump is pretty rough shape, unfortunately. But as we get further out, that's okay. There's better. So yeah, like the seals out here, I can push down on them. There's no give. It's once we get to here is where it starts. And then look at how far down I can push that seal. And then there's just like no seal left there. Okay. What's this side like? That side's, oh no, there's a little bit of give here too.
It looks better visually.
Oh, you see I can still push it
Yeah,
down
I see.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, we're going to be using an alternative scroll pump to get this thing started. Cool. Love that for us.
Do we get enough pictures?
I think we've got video. Let me switch to photo mode real quick.
Yeah.
Would you illuminate?
Let me know where you want it.
Absolutely cooked. Come on, why are you doing this to me? Just give me center weighted, stop AI tracking my focus, please. No, turning AI focus off. Screw that. Servo, no, one shot. We'll just do one shot. When did my job turn to documenting carnage? Actually, it's kind of always been my job. Can we go back up that side? Or we want to illuminate like
illuminate
up
here.
Yeah.
See that? Like here.
Yeah, right. It's kind of.
For what it's worth, I document all kinds of things going wrong for my jobs too. For my job. God, look at that. It's so bad. You want to bring the flashlight up higher? Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay, let's do this side now.
Is that in the way?
Nope, not at all. Let's go further back. Exposure program on the camera is being weird. And then here's the best part. You're gonna illuminate the bottom here. Little bits of turbo pump rotor.
They made it here too.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Shiny.
You see those little chunks of metal right there?
Yeah.
Yep, turbo pump rotor.
Wow.
You're gonna go really far back with the light.
Mhm.
Just like back, like back
Like
here.
over here?
Yeah.
Is it bright enough?
Yep. Okay, we've documented the carnage. Back to video. Okay, so here's the turbo pump rotor down here.
Oh, we have a lot of chat activity. We missed some. Can those seals be inexpensively renewed?
No.
You just buy a new one. I
Yeah.
think most ACs these days are scroll compressors.
Yeah, you do just buy new tip seals. There's been some experiments into making tip seals.
Monochroma says the PTFE seal material. Curious minds want to learn.
So there, down here is our chunks of turbo pump rotor. Isn't that great? Love that for us. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll wrap this up here for this pump. It's we're not using it. There is one other thing I'm curious on this pump actually, though.
Put it back up.
No, you can just go handheld and. It's like. Is the outlet channel clogged? Oh, that's the outlet poppet valve. Yeah, the outlet poppet valve needs to be replaced too. So there's a right down in here, if you want to get as close as you can, and you can touch the screen to tell it where to focus.
Mm-hmm.
Right down in the bottom of there, that little disc there, that black disc.
It's not.
Here, I'm going to go
focusing on
manual focus. Now this ring here is your focus ring.
Which one? Can
The smooth one. The one that turns smoothly.
Like this one?
You'll find
Am
it.
I on it?
Right there.
Okay.
So that disc at the bottom.
Yeah, hold on. That makes it worse. That makes it worse. I think this is better. Yeah.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going.
There.
More. You want to focus at the bottom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is.
So that disc on the bottom, this is actually like a rubber stopper. It's just completely covered in crud. And there's a spring behind it, so it's like pushed up into this. And then it, here, let me switch to a different mode on the light. And it's like a one-way check valve to like only let air out, not let air in. But that's very corroded, and so that's gonna also cause problems. So, yay. And look at all this pitting here too. If you want to focus on this, that's like pretty heavy pitting.
Yeah.
Here, yeah, you can get more focused. You see those arrows that are coming together at the top?
Yeah.
When those, yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
perfectly in focus. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So that pitting is very interesting too. And I don't. Yeah. Okay. It's cooked.
It's cooked.
It's cooked, chat. Okay, and then there's a manual autofocus slide switch on the lens.
Yeah.
You can put back in autofocus, and we can go back on the tripod. We're just gonna put this pump away because
Yeah.
it's cooked. Okay. You thinking like oxygen radicals? Oh, if it's turning like this on the plate, we need to pull it off and like tighten the plate. And for those of you who are curious, there's the fan connector. So that's what I undid earlier. I think we're just going to throw foil on this. Don't really want to put it back together.
And this plate, so this is not turning.
No, this plate. You see that?
Or this plate.
Yeah.
This is interesting because it's not.
Okay, so loosen it, straighten it, and then tighten it. We're just going to cover this pump in foil and set it to the side and move on. Yeah, interesting question. Some of it's from the plasma cleaner. Yeah, the plasma cleaner's got like a lot of nitrogen too, so it's like plasma cleaner shouldn't be able to cause this much carnage. It's a lot better than I was fearing, honestly. It's complete. I think if we put new tip seals in it, it'll at least work kind of okay. It'll never be as quiet as it could be, but.
How do I loosen this to raise it back up?
Big knob on the left. And the small one is the rotation. And you can actually set, if you set that knob to like the right tension, it doesn't have to be super tight. You can set it to just tight enough that it grabs it, but it's still loose enough that you're able to just move it. Yeah, it's not quite a fluid drag head, but it is an adjustable drag head.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna lock it into a place for now until we know where we want it.
Yeah. I think the tip seals were not properly installed, is what happened to the tip seals. I don't think they were pushed in all the way. Okay, so let's foil this thing, and then we'll just carry it to the back of the shop, if that sounds good.
And do you need gloves for this?
No. Almost lost the whole roll of foil there. Marie, do you want to grab the, you see the far side of the cart number 1 with the white tape?
Yep.
Yeah, if you want to grab some of that white tape, that would be great.
I don't see the white tape yet, but I'm looking for it.
Far side of the cart?
Far side.
On the hook?
Oh, yeah. An obstacle course.
Yeah.
All right. What do you want?
Just like a piece on each side to hold the foil on a little bit better.
Do you just rip off the tape with your hands?
Yeah. It's got like the lines on the edge to help you tear it.
Okay. Good?
Yeah, yeah, and you can even tear that in half.
Okay. No, I can't.
I got gloves on, so. Oh, you tore it the hard way. If you tear it 90 degrees, you got the marks to help you.
But I did. No, they were there. Okay, let me start over. I misinterpreted something else's marks. All right, look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so just tape it down on this side.
Yep. Maybe do 3 and do 1 on the top too.
On this side?
Yep.
Like right here?
Yep. Well, that's fun. I mean, these pumps go for thousands. Some manufacturers sell the tip seal kits for like $1,700. You can get them for like $1,000 though elsewhere, and sometimes they're on sale for less. But yeah, they're not cheap. These roll pumps are nice.
Like over here?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
kind of
over
one on
the
the
top.
top. Why don't you go on the front?
Like this?
Like up and over, 90 degrees. Yeah. Okay, and then if you want, you can roll that back and I'll carry this part back. Okay, chat, we're gonna get the pump out of here so we got some more free space. And then, yeah, we're going to move on to the next thing.
The next thing being...
Cold cathode gauge, probably.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, chat. Bye, turbo pump.
Oh, good to have you, a YouTube channel. See you in the stream next time. Hasta la vista. Okay, chat. That's sad. Maintain your pumps. It's like cheaper to maintain your pumps than it is to not. Especially scroll pumps. Scroll pumps are like, once they go too far in the maintenance, they're dead. He's dead, Jim.
Dead.
Okay. What do we want to do now? Cold cathode gauge?
We should have the chat vote on what we want to do now.
Well, we could do that, or we could just do the next thing on the list. Oh, it's DigiRen. Okay. I was like, who is a YouTube channel? I barely remembered. Oh, I missed where you joined. It's all it's coated in like a PTFE non-stick. It's basically like a non-stick coating, like a really nice non-stick coating on the rotor. So once that gets scratched, it's challenging to deal with. Okay, let's look at our list. Okay, we got install cold cathode and vent valve. So the cold cathode actually needs to be reassembled. Dyslexic moment, Jesus. Come on.
I think
I think I got it.
I think it could be one word, but
Okay.
reassemble.
Reassemble. So we can do the cold cathode, and then let's see here. What else have we got over here? So we're not going to need that 90 anymore. We do want to get that cleaned out. So this you can clean out just with ethanol.
But we're not gonna need that.
Well, that was an adapter that was specific to like that scroll pump.
Okay.
And
so we just throw it in the trash.
Correct.
I was joking, but
I'm also joking. Oh, sorry.
it's okay. Okay, so clean that with ethanol.
Yeah.
With the 2 bottles of ethanol that I have now.
Yes. We found the other bottle of ethanol, by the way.
I'll put it on the foil and then go from there.
Well, we're not really going to be reassembling this scroll pump because this scroll pump needs maintenance that has to happen while it's disassembled. So, okay, so you're going to work on that. I am going to start reassembling the cold cathode gauge. And then once you're done with that part, I'll get you going on actually like assembling the roughing line. That was too bad about the scroll.
One of these is empty.
Yes.
Should we have both of them not empty?
Let's go. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I can fill them up.
Yeah, sounds good. If you want to fill them up, I'll start getting this table rearranged.
Okay. I'll fill them up the same way I filled things up yesterday.
By spilling the most possible, or the least possible?
By spilling the least possible. By spilling some ethanol and then getting some into the tiny bottle.
As long as you're getting more into the bottle than you're spilling, you're probably winning.
That's what I aim for. Wait a minute. I thought when I...
Yeah, and then you gotta like just like grab it right below the red part.
Okay.
And then tilt to the side.
I see.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then try to not touch the inside of the bottle or the inside of that part so you can keep the solvent.
I will try not to touch the
here.
inside of the bottle.
Okay, so we're getting our studio kind of rearranged. Well, the entirety of the last two streams were all about cleaning the cold cathode gauge. And this stream, I now have a bunch of clean cold cathode gauge parts that we're putting back together. Basically, you got to get all the gunk out. Some stuff you can sand, you can use Scotch-Brite. Some stuff you want to use just like a Dremel and a stainless wheel. So yeah, basically get all the gunk out via whatever means necessary. The anode, which is, or sorry, the cathode, I think, right? Am I remembering my cold cathode gauge polarity? Well, yeah, it's in the name. So the cathode you want to not use sandpaper on, but most of the rest of it you can, I mean, you can use sandpaper on if you're gentle. Most of the rest of the gauge that you can just use sandpaper. So yeah, so you got a lot of that gunk in there is gonna be like carbon or sputtered anode material. So get all that out, and then once you got the bulk of it clean, ultrasonicate in Windex, ultrasonicate in ethanol, ultrasonicate in Mr. Clean, rinse with distilled or deionized water, and put it back together. But yeah, you pretty routinely have to clean the gauges. That's just routine maintenance on them.
I believe it successfully spilled more ethanol into the bottles than
Excellent.
outside of the bottles, which is the criteria for success here. One of them has a little more. I figured we can survive that.
I think we'll be fine, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna, let's see here. Cool. So I'm gonna get this table cleaned up a little bit for this operation.
Microfibers for using for like
Dirty.
dirtier stuff.
Yeah, I can just put them on the
There should
floor.
be like different tiers. Like you can have like a shelf with microfibers with different tiers of cleanliness, so you can reuse them and be more efficient about them. But that is for future planning, I guess.
Yes.
For now, I'm just gonna build a part here.
Yes, there is also the SOPs, and it is basically just the same for every gauge. But what the barrel, so originally the SOP is like just use Scotch-Brite in the barrel, and I did that, and that sucked. I did not want to do anywhere near as rapid of a job as I would have hoped at cleaning it. I just realized I threw away something I didn't really want to throw away, but I also don't really care about, but
What was it?
it's a little plastic ring that holds a pair of tweezers closed. but it's also not the type of plastic tweezer holding closed ring that I like, really, but... Okay, got it back.
It does the job?
It does the job. So yeah, we did a couple of different things to clean out the inside of the gauge. I took some bamboo skewers and I put them in a drill, and then I took a piece of Scotch-Brite and I put them between the skewers and spun that around really fast. That worked out well. Don't need those anymore though. And let's see here. What ended up working the best though was definitely the Dremel bits. So it was 2 bits we ended up using that really took care of it. It was autofocus on? Yeah. So this one ended up doing it for kind of like the bottom of the gauge tube. And then this one I was using for the sidewalls of the gauge tube. And that's what took care of it in the end. And those are not on the Pfeiffer SOP, but yeah. I think the plan is probably going to be edit a video of the gauge cleaning process so that we got some really solid reference material available. Monochroma said I went trash panda mode.
Oh, because he dug
Because I had to get that one piece out of the trash, yeah. You know, these might not be clean gloves, so. Okay, so I think I got this pretty much set up here. So I think what we'll do, Maria, is kind of set this up so that I'll have your cart next to this one so we can have this one webcam kind of pointing at both. And then so I'll be using the R6 on the optical microscope.
Oh, weird. There's like a spot here that doesn't really, it's probably scratched or something.
I'm moving your cart. So you can show what you're doing. And I can show the cold cathode rebuild on the same camera. I think this moved back just a little bit will be best. Yeah, cool. And then
One cameras.
probably battery. Do you want to grab the battery off the charger?
Yeah.
It's the R6.
Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Wait. The camera's awake.
Yeah. So not the battery?
I unplugged it.
Oh.
There we go.
Yay. I'm gonna recaffeinate myself since my gloves are off already.
It's a good time to caffeinate.
Yes, yeah. Caffeinate when you need to caffeinate.
Okay. Okay, welcome to the chat. For those of you just joining, we are putting together various parts of Merlin right now. I am currently getting set up to put the cold cathode vacuum gauge back together. And then Maria is cleaning out some of the roughing pump stuff. And then hopefully we finish at about the same time and we can move on from there. Oh, and then we're also gonna have to kind of, I guess, somewhat awkwardly have the blow-off tool just dangling between us.
It's a good way to like, I use that to kind of hold it in place.
Yeah, I do that usually.
Yeah, that works too. I could use a chair. I could
Yeah.
use a chair. Amazing. The technology we have here.
Amazing technology.
So what do I do?
Wipe out that tea with using a brand new microfiber.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, I did.
You did.
Yeah.
I see. Let's get earplugs in, because I think we're both going to be using a fair amount of compressed air. The earplug jar is in the back right now. I'll go grab that. Okay, so your next step is basically going to be getting the centering rings reassembled. So that's going to be thoroughly blowing off all of the O-rings and centering rings.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've visually inspected each one, make sure there's no dust. Then putting it on the centering ring.
But not on those yet.
We're only putting it on those once we're actually like assembling the roughing line.
Okay, so just O-rings on the center.
O-rings on the centering rings, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got a morale. What do we get a morale for? So yeah, I am IB602. Also, real quick question for you: Are you also on the Discord? I have there's so many different people from different places, different names. Always curious. So yeah, I recommend basically the last two streams before this had a fair amount of detail on the cold cathode gauge disassembly and cleaning, and it's basically whatever you figure out to get it clean. There's a lot of methods I've seen used. Oh, there's the compressed air. So, you ready?
Do you need the compressed air too?
Oh, well, I mean,
We're gonna take
occasionally. Yeah.
I think for me it's going to be a lot of compressed air.
Yeah, I should need just a little bit a few times.
I think these three go together, and these are probably interchangeable, but
Yeah, those are basically interchangeable.
one of them has something dark on it. Maybe I'll wipe it down another time. Okay. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so do I want to do any of this on the microscope camera? Here, actually what we're going to do, I'm going to commandeer this one for close-ups of what's going on with the gauge.
Commandeer.
And then we'll bring this one
Actually,
up a lot closer.
there's a good way to get more light on what I'm doing.
What'd you say?
There's a way to get more light.
Oh, yeah, I was actually planning on
thinking
doing that
maybe
too.
that
So we'll
one.
send this one all the way over there,
Yeah.
and we'll send this all the way out like this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like, if I could like turn it towards my table, that would be amazing.
What?
If I could turn it towards my table, that would be amazing. Actually, yeah, no, this is great. This is perfect.
Ah, good. A YouTube only subscriber. I didn't know that was possible. I'm joking.
There is a Discord channel if you're interested.
Yeah, we can. I think monochroma, or meownochroma, could post a link. If you're interested in electron microscopes, it's a great place to hang out. There's also other vacuum technology servers if you're interested. How's that? Optimal lighting, probably, maybe, kind of?
Yeah, no, this is good. I just want to be able to see, like I can see there's something on this one, but I can't tell what it is. And now I can, so sounds good to me.
Who has a nice video on cleaning cold cathode gauges? If you posted a link, it might not have gone through, Dan.
Huh.
Guess what, chat? It's trinocular optical microscope time.
Oh, I'm excited. I haven't seen you use that one yet. Or maybe I've seen you use it. I just haven't seen you stream with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that was a stream you were asleep for. Rightfully so.
It was at, what, 2, 3 in the morning?
Yeah,
5
right.
in the morning?
Yeah, yes, all the above.
The centering ring was quite something. It's okay. It will be spotless by the time I'm done with it.
So I actually, this optical microscope was at Hackers as well.
Oh, yeah. Was that the one that was in the demo room for
Yep.
everyone to try out?
Yeah, and
That's
I had it set up with the DSLR that's currently the camera up there,
Yeah.
and it did a lot worse. That camera did. Okay, I do not need this backlighting. That's making the exposure really dark. Okay, that's tricked it. Cool. So when you're doing like the final, most clean assembly, wiping down the gloves, is not a bad idea. But you're also not working on the high vacuum side, you're working on the low vacuum side right now.
Mm-hmm. Wiping down the gloves?
What?
Wiping down the gloves?
Oh, so yeah, so you really don't, wiping down the gloves doesn't matter as much for what you're working on because that's on the low vacuum
You
side.
wiping down the gloves.
Yeah.
I don't need to be wiping down the gloves.
Yeah.
But I would be.
If you're working on the high vacuum, definitely. But it's not a bad practice to be in, But it's not, for what you're doing, not necessary. Dropping all the Allen keys. Okay. So for those of you who didn't see the previous streams, this is kind of an interesting cold cathode gauge. This is a, what do they call it exactly? Compact full range gauge. So it's actually 2 gauges in a trench coat. So So it has so it's got the regular cold cathode gauge, and I have just been calling it the cold cathode gauge the whole time because that's the one that's the gauge that I actually cleans. But bolted onto the cold cathode gauge is a Pirani gauge, a little Pirani gauge tube.
What is that?
So a Pirani gauge is a piece of wire. It is, and in this case, it's actually a light bulb filament. Because they just reused that. So this right here, just when I was getting started. Okay, give me a few seconds, chat. I have storage problems to deal with. I completely forgot to attend to the storage situation. I even got the storage stuff out. Okay, let me take care of this really quick. Okay, got a couple gigabytes cleared there. Have to restart the recording on the individual cameras that I care about. I got set up to deal with all of these issues before I started the stream, and then I never did. Please start throwing hard drives at me. I would greatly appreciate having hard drives thrown at me. It's fine if you hit me in the head.
Someone offering to throw hard drives at you?
What?
Is someone offering to throw hard?
Monochroma is.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect. We can mail you surprise hard drives.
Okay. So yeah, so the scroll pump, Martin. What do you think the scroll pump looks like, Martin? It wasn't quite trash. It was close. It was really close. It was really poorly installed tip seals. We did find some turbopump rotor, but not the turbopump rotor did not make it into the scrolls. It was just right below the scroll, so that was good. That could have been a lot worse if the turbopump rotor got into the scroll. That would have been all over. Okay, just about got all of my recordings restarted. Hopefully that all worked, and we'll start that up. So let's see here. What else happened with the scroll? Yeah, it was really weird how far I could push the tip seals in. It was just like, I haven't seen the tip seals like fail like that. There was a little bit of scroll-on-scroll contact, not through the tip seal, unfortunately, so that's unfortunate. But it was limited to a pretty small area of the pump, and it was also at the highest pressure part of the pump, which is a blessing and a curse. Closest to the outlet. Okay, I think we are taken care of here. Yeah, I got like 30 gigs. That should be enough for the end of to finish the stream off today. We got some good photos. I'll post the photos once the camera's not being used for a live stream actively. The connectivity options on the cameras are not quite such that I can simultaneously use it as a webcam and transfer photos off of it. Okay, let's take two on reassembly of the cold cathode gauge. So, we got our gauge tube here. So this is what everything's going to go into. Before I start really working on that, I'm going to wipe down my microscope so that I can set clean parts on it and not have them become not clean. These little alcohol bottles are so much fun.
I love having it again.
Oh, did you miss it?
I did. I had a lot less fun with this large one.
Yeah, that one sucks.
Like the precision and also the amount dispensed is perfect.
Have to do like a YouTube short on them or something because they're so cool.
Did you come up with that yourself?
Come up with what?
The bottles.
I mean, yeah. I had the bottles and I had the tips, and I was like, looking for a new thing to dispense with. Oh, perfect tear. So that's a low grade microfiber now, I'll say. Lower grade.
Lower grade. Is it the one that has little pieces falling out of it?
No, it's just one that I use to clean. I wasn't sure what kind of joke Monochrome was going to make after I said scroll on scroll contact, but... Okay, so we got our gauge barrel here. Cleaned up pretty nice. Basically haven't seen any residue left in it. So that's thanks to the wire wheel and the Dremel. Even got the upper ring cleaned out really nicely. Take a look at the back of it. So yeah, that's looking great. And check for any debris or FOD down here real quick. Don't see anything there. Don't see anything there. Okay, let me check the camera focus real quick. To see if the focus is lined up with the eyepieces or not. It is not lined up with the eyepieces, so let's do that. There we go, cool. So that's our gauge tube. Now let's do what goes in the gauge tube. Okay, so what I started with before we had the storage issue was showing you all the Pirani element. So Marie, you might be interested in this too. So a Pirani vacuum gauge is a piece of wire, and you run some electricity through it, and then we see, and then we measure the resistance of the wire. So resistance changes, or in a lot of materials, resistance has a temperature coefficient. Well, I mean, the coefficient exists for every material. There's a coefficient between the temperature of the material and the resistance of the material. So if we can measure a change in resistance of a material, we can also measure kind of how hot that material is. So that's part of how the gauge works. And the other part of how the gauge works is in a vacuum, there is no air molecules to carry away heat. So normally heat moves through convection, conduction, and radiation. So convection and conduction, that is the heat is transferred into air molecules, and the air molecules moves the heat somewhere else. Radiation is infrared radiation. That is infrared radiation is the other way that heat's conducted, right? So in a vacuum, there's no air molecules, so there's no convection, and there's no conduction through air molecules, right? So if we have a hot piece of wire in a vacuum, or if you have a piece of wire, you have current running through it, it's going to heat up. That wire will get hotter in a vacuum than it does at atmosphere, because in atmosphere there's air molecules to cool the wire down, and in a vacuum there's not.
There's nothing, yeah.
Yeah. So we can have this heated piece of wire, and if we look inside of this tube right here, I might have to do some tricks with exposure to make this visible. And you can kind of see it. So inside of this tube, and Marie, you can see this on camera right now, there's literally a light bulb filament. see that spiral of filament in there?
Yeah.
So that gets hot, and then at vacuum, it gets hotter, and at atmosphere it's colder, and that changes the resistance. So based on that, we can measure the pressure.
I see. Okay.
So the thing is, though, is that once you get down to like a pretty, once you get down to a good vacuum, like a pretty high vacuum, the difference in how much, heat gets carried away by the air molecules becomes really, really small. So you basically can't measure below, say, -4, -5 torr range. So that's why it's a dual system where it has this Pirani and it has the cold cathode gauge, because the cold cathode then takes over and measures vacuum down to the rest of our pressure range. So that's why they call it the compact full range gauge. So I think it's pretty cool. I like it.
Do you need air right now?
Nope.
Okay, if you don't, then I'm gonna blow on these, put them together, blow, put them together until they're all back together.
I will at some point need a little bit of air, but I'll need it for short periods.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and wipe clean the outside of this gauge tube, being very careful to not accidentally damage my very, very fragile wire.
Sorry about the noise.
Oh, go, just full blast, go for it. I got earplugs in. More air, more thorough is more good. Just don't blow stuff off that microscope.
Kind of go in direction, but there's nothing.
Yeah. But just hold it down and blast it. Full air shot. And blow your gloves off too, so they'll get the dust off the gloves.
Why does it get kind of weak when I push it all the way?
What?
It gets kind of weak when I push it all the way.
There's like an initial pressure burst.
Yeah.
And then it's just because the tube is so long.
Okay, so I want like the initial burst.
Or you can just hold it down. It should be fine. So I'm thinking we're gonna put the Pirani in last, just so you don't risk damaging it. So I'm gonna blow out the blowing out the gauge tube now. Just do a visual inspection for any dust in it. Okay, that's doing it. That's good. Let's see here. I can rotate the trinocular adapter. Okay, so I'm rotating the trinocular adapter, and the dust is staying in place. So that tells me I'm not rotating any optics in it. So that dust is on the sensor of the camera. See the speck of dust in the bottom right corner of the image?
Yeah.
So that's dust on the sensor of my camera.
Gotcha.
So that's why we do fast lens changes. And I'm pretty sure that speck was already there. I like recognize it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so now let's do our cathode and our igniter assembly. So there is our cleaned up cathode. Cleaned up really well, I think. I think we even got some of the deposition off the ceramic. So that is an ignition aid, those sharp spiky bits. That's just to create really steep electrostatic field lines so that we can strip some electrons off of the air molecules and kind of get the ionization going even at a pretty low pressure. So this is going to get installed into the back of a gauge tube. And it has this O-ring that goes in front of it that it seals on. And then to make sure the O-ring doesn't get pulled into the vacuum, there's this little tiny support ring. Little tiny support ring that goes in the middle of our O-ring. I think it's kind of cute. So Maria, do you want to see the smallest centering ring?
I do.
There it is.
Aw.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah.
Sticky swabs on a camera sensor, I don't really want to go there. They can leave a little bit behind sometimes, the sticky swabs, unless they're like brand new.
What about the sticky swabs?
Oh, to use it to get the dust off my camera sensor.
Mm-hmm. Did I add the dust to your camera sensor?
I'm pretty sure that I recognize that dust. If you look at the 6D, there's going to be like 5 or 6 pieces that are that big on it. It's, you can kind of think of it almost like dose in a fib. It's like just the amount of time you have the sensor open is going to be the amount of dust. So every lens change you do, you're going to have it open for some amount of time. Mm-hmm. So you just try to like minimize it over time.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
Okay, getting the O-ring cleaned up right now. So I got the gauge tube here. I got an O-ring I'm about to blow off. Can you point the gun down and blow and just hold it on for me? Yeah. Go. Just hold it. Okay, cool, thank you.
That's adorable.
You'll deal with smaller O-rings at some point here. Okay, and then 100% visual inspection of O-rings. Okay, there's a speck there on the lower left side. It's not coming off. It's also not on the sealing surface, so I'm not really worried about it. That was your speck there? Did that one come off? That will also not come off, and I'm not really worried about that. That's not going to cause a vacuum leak. It is a little bit larger than I would like to see, though. That's in there. It's not coming off, so. Okay, I don't see any dust. Cool. So now we can go ahead and get this installed on our gauge tube.
I see some scrapes on this.
So we're going to put our O-ring in. Push that towards the bottom using one of the fingers that we thoroughly dusted. Do never, ever, ever use canned air on a camera sensor. It can't clean it off after that. Canned air has denaturing agents in it, and they're bad. Do not want that on your camera sensor. Okay, so we got our O-ring in. Clean, dry air, yes, and very, very fancy canned air, made specifically for cameras. Maybe. He can wait.
Is
I
that
don't
yours?
even know how he's getting through right now. He's not actually here, so. Boiling alcohol vapor. Oh, okay. If you can find a link and post that, that'd be. I want to see that. That sounds cool. Okay, so we got our centering ring in, or we got our O-ring in. Now we're gonna do the centering ring. Can I get an air shot from you real quick? Just hold it. Cool.
So cute. It's so cute. It's like a tiny version of what I'm
Isn't
working.
that great? I'm gonna drop our centering support ring in. So that's gonna, the O-ring kind of compresses around it, but that's what we got for now. So we got our centering ring in, we got our O-ring in. Let's see here. What order do I want to do this in? I think we're gonna do our Pirani now. So why are we gonna do our Pirani now? We're gonna do our Pirani because it's gonna stay in better, be safe on its own. So the Pirani and the cathode get held in by this plastic piece here, like so. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the anode in, or the Pirani in first, so I think that's gonna stay better. And then we'll put our cathode in, and then we'll clamp it all together. So he can still wait. So this O-ring on here is a little bit compressed. Next time this gauge gets serviced, definitely gonna wanna replace that O-ring. But I'm pretty confident we're gonna get a seal just fine. So we got plenty of O-ring like sticking back out. So that's gonna get compressed, no problem, I think. Oh, a fiber, no. Dun, dun, dun.
What happened? Is that a hair?
What?
Is that a hair?
No, it's way smaller than a hair.
Is that a crack?
No, it's a fiber.
It's a fiber.
It wasn't there earlier.
I didn't touch that, did I?
What?
I don't think I did.
No. That was the O-ring we cleaned off the first. I'm gonna put it. I have footage of it with no fiber on it. Maria,
Yeah.
tweezing it off.
Sorry?
If you look at the camera, I'm taking it off with tweezers.
That's impressive.
Can you blow my hands off?
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is working on high vacuum systems and not a laminar flow hood, which I do have, but I don't have really set up to stream with. And I don't really think it's worth it for this gauge. Oh my God, I just saw another like fiber speck of something fall on to it. We'll be able to watch it back in the footage, but that literally just fell.
I wonder if me blowing stuff over here is just raising dust in the air.
It could be. I did blow off the studio like yesterday, but and we got all the air filters running. Got him. There's a couple extra little specks left behind. Actively contaminating, yeah. Laminar flow hoods are convenient. You basically never get to work with them in the field. I am still getting used to how nice it is to have a facility that I can build out to be very nice working on microscopes instead of just working on it in some random, incredibly dusty lab.
You could set your own criteria here.
Yeah. Well, that just introduced more fibers. Okay, that orange's gonna come back out. We're gonna clean it again.
Just for a time check, we have about 16 minutes.
That should be perfect.
Amazing.
You've completed.
Yeah, completed my
Awesome.
task.
There's more for you to take out. Get a pair of, grab these flush cutters right here.
Yeah.
The black and red. Oh, you still don't want gloves. I mean, there's 3 more centering rings to take out.
Yeah, I'll put new gloves on because if I'm going to be unscrewing things,
Oh,
my
yeah.
hands are not
Cool,
going to
cool.
be as clean.
But if you have gloves on while you unscrew it, you can not get fingerprint oil on to start with.
I will not go what?
If you have gloves on while you unscrew it, you can not get fingerprint oil on the O-rings to start with. Just
Might
get
be
new
too
gloves.
late for this.
Yeah, just get new gloves. But actually, if you want to get new gloves, and then I'll need your help with the compressed air in a sec. Okay, so I've dumped the centering ring out. I'm gonna get the O-ring out. The plastic implement that I just cleaned. So I don't think that the contaminant or the amount of contamination that we were seeing on this O-ring would have actually caused any problems. But better safe than sorry, so. Okay, so go ahead and blow this out. And then we got more parts coming up immediately here.
Immediately.
What?
Immediately. I'm ready.
Immediately. Wipes gloves for 10 minutes.
Gloves?
Yep.
There.
Straight down, please. Okay. Okay, don't see anything on it. Don't see anything down in there. Okay. We'll get that set in. Okay, so this one's gonna be kind of, well, yeah. So go ahead and go straight down. Yep. Go for it. Keep going. Okay, cool. So we got our cleaned up cathode here. Don't see any dust on the ceramic. See any dust on the igniter. Sorry, the ignition aid. Cool. Let's get that in before we get more dust on this O-ring. Okay, there we go. Putting it in. Boop. Look at that. Okay, we're gonna pull the Pirani out one more time here because oh, there's a speck of something down there, I think. I just want to check that O-ring. Again, that looks good. We're not using compressed air on the Pirani because ooh, can I get some alcohol from your bottle sprayed right here? Okay, I got just enough alcohol, I think. Yeah, that's still okay. Why don't you refill the alcohol?
Yeah.
At least one of them.
I can do both of them.
Sounds good. Ah, this is not dust. That is a metal burr, is what that is. There is a speck of dust down there, but okay, cool. Let's check this O-ring again. Looks good to me. Boop. Okay, so we've got our Pirani and our cathode installed. And let's get that clamped down. So we got our pressure ring, I think is what they called this. Put that on like so. Let's watch what happens to the O-ring as we kind of compress it. So we want that O-ring to go down in there. So luckily, the parts of the O-ring that are visible right now are all outside of vacuum. So I'm just kind of going around and squeezing the O-ring to get it to go down into where it needs to be to seal.
I see what you're going for.
What?
Oh, I see what you're going for, but does it feel weird?
No, it's when I rock the tube back and forth that it kind of pops out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I really rotate the rotate it slightly. Maybe that'll make it more happy. I think what we'll do is we'll put the back side in the best, because this is the side that I can't like access. Okay, so I got this side in pretty well.
Did your camera? It's the battery.
You want to get a battery?
Yeah. Guess I'll take off the gloves.
So those polymer cleaners are just photoresist. That's interesting. Enjoying the obstacle course?
Yeah. Do I need to turn it off? Or can I just...
It'll turn off when you open the hatch. There's a sensor, a little micro switch. And we're back. Just need to change it from, I don't know why it defaults to manual mode. It's interesting. Okay. So I got the side that I can't access when I put the red part on. I've got that the best compressed. I'm gonna go as far forwards as I can, but it's kind of one of those things, it's like, once you kind of get it all in, or you can't quite get it all in because it like pops out somewhere else. So I've got it so it's just the front that's popping out now. So hopefully, when I install this time, and I start compressing it, now with it under pressure, I can compress the last little bit of the front. Oh yeah, I think we got it that time. Cool. We totally got it. Yep, that's gonna do great. Okay. Can you give me blast air in this foil? I think the foil needs to be cleaned a little bit.
Air?
Yeah, just like that way.
Okay. this.
Yep. Cool, that's good. Okay, so keeping that under pressure from when I got it into what I'm calling the happy place. And now we're going to throw our 3 fasteners into this. That's why they say store in a cool, dark place. Oh, because it's getting... Well, okay, so what is it, a negative or a positive resist then? Like, can you actually use first contact as a resist? Okay, got the 3 screws in, got our 3mm Allen key here. Okay, I got those at least as tight as I was pushing down on it. So before I get those fully torqued, I'm just gonna check to make sure we're not gonna destroy this O-ring when we torque it fully. I think we're looking pretty good, cool. Let's fully torque that. We're gonna go just around, kind of slowly, so we're evenly compressing everything. Going until I feel the plastic bottoming out. Oh, there's a piece of metal on this Allen key. It's magnetic, and I'm gonna get that off because I don't want that to end up causing a short on the high voltage part of the cold cathode gauge. Okay, got that taken care of. Throw that away immediately so I don't accidentally get the metal somewhere else. Again. Okay, take a look at that. We are fully compressed. Cool, so that's all of our vacuum connections made. Some specs down there, we can get those blasted out. Cool. So from here on out, we're not going to use compressed air on the inside of the barrel because there's the Pirani gauge and we very likely would damage it, so. Yep, we're wrapping up here very shortly. Got just a few more parts on this, and this gauge is done. Okay, so now we get to use a custom-made tool that I made on an earlier stream to align the igniter. So the igniter is not in the position it needs to be in. Maria, how are we looking? Do we got another 5-6 minutes?
I think we can, if there's a good stopping point in 5-6 minutes, we can.
Yeah, I got 3 more steps on this gauge and then it's done.
Sounds good.
I think you'll find this part entertaining. Okay, so inside here we've got we're looking at our igniter and the where it comes through on the barrel of the gauge. So the igniter is currently above this reduction in the barrel, and you see on the side of that barrel there's kind of a line, like a ridge. That is the level that the igniter is supposed to be aligned with, is that ridge. The igniter is a little bit taller than that right now, so we need to move that down. So on the first stream I was doing, I made this tool here, and it's a piece of tube, and I heated it up with the hot air station. Is that a spec? I just wiped it off. Okay. And I heated it up with the hot air station, and then pulled it to neck down the diameter. And so we're gonna use that. Can you deny that call?
Down there.
Just hit the red, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna use this tube to go over our cathode, all the way down here. And now we can push on the igniter to get it aligned. Pfeiffer manufactures and sells, I believe they sell, maybe they don't sell, a tool that does this and has like a stop that stops at just the perfect height. I don't have their custom tool, so I made my own. Their tool is probably better because you can do it without an optical microscope and you don't have to rely on visual alignment, it just aligns it. Okay, so we're pushing that down. And I'll be very careful to not go too far because I can't pull it back up without fully removing it. There we go. I think that's the right level right there. Yeah, the ring's not like perfectly level, so I got like this one on this right side here is a little bit high, and then the one on the back there is a little bit low, and the one on the left there is like right in the middle. So I'm going to call that as well aligned as I can possibly get this piece, considering it's not perfectly flat. Cool, so that is the igniter adjustment. And the last step from here is pretty dang easy. It does look pretty. Okay, so last thing here is what they call the polarity ring or grid. I don't fully understand why they call it that, but it's this part right here. And this is basically just the end of the, that's the, what goes on the other end of the gauge tube. So all we gotta do is take this and just gotta take this and put it into our gauge tube. Give it a tappy tap tap or a little bit of assistance. There we go. That's down as far as it needs to go. So we can see we did not bend our cathode because their cathode is well aligned in the center there. And all we're going to do now is we've got our circlip. Just going to clean my pliers off. We've got our circlip here. So we got our polarity grid, or whatever they call it, installed. We got our circlip. So circlip is larger than the diameter of the barrel right now, but when we squeeze it, enough, get it down to smaller diameter, and then there's a groove right above the polarity ring for it. So I got it part way down, and then from here, can squeeze it. And get it the rest of the way. So you see that we got that groove, and it's not quite seated where we want on the groove right now, so we're gonna pick it up. There we go. So we got our polarity ring fully seated now. And it is retained by the circlip. So that is one complete gauge rebuild. Well, almost complete, almost complete. There's one more part. So we got the last component here. Oh, this part's always annoying. So that's our fully assembled barrel. We got our polarity ring, our circlip installed. That's all looking good. Last thing we got to do is put the magnet on. So we're gonna take our magnet, and I can feel the field doing weird things right now. So we're gonna take that, get it to line up in the center. Okay, it's really grabbed onto it now, and then it's like I'm keeping it from just pulling it all the way in right now because I don't want it to slam. I'm also being very careful to not pinch myself because magnets love to bite you. Okay, there we go. So that's fully in. The magnet's like holding it basically where it wants to be. And then the way this gets retained is there's this, this little clip right here. And the nice thing about working on a magnet is that it holds all the parts in place for you. So that little clip goes on right there. And then we got our little, we got our washer and our hex bolt. And we'll start installing that. So we're about to wrap the stream up here. Basically, as soon as I get this screwed in and get the electronics on. So if anybody's got any questions, now is a great time to put them in the chat. Had a great time streaming with you, Maria. Look forward to doing it again soon. Okay, let's get this, getting this screwed down. So as this is screwing down, it's applying pressure to that clip right there. Applying pressure to that clip, and that is what is locking the magnet in place. And we're gonna go basically just about until the clip is flat. Okay, clip's flat. That's looking good. So last step to get this gauge together is we've got our electronics here. So we've got 2 pins, right? We've got the high voltage pin in the center, and we've got the Pirani pin. So we've got the penny gauge pin and the Pirani pin. And if we look at our electronics here, we've got the spring contact in the center there. That's for the penny gauge, and then down back in there, that's the Pirani pin. And you can see those spring contacts on the outside of the Pirani pin. That's what makes contact with the kind of the grounded part of the Pirani. So let's get these on. And then once you start installing this, you want to be careful to not rotate it so you don't like bend anything. Okay, I got them aligned. They feel good. Okay, and I can feel we're compressing the spring like we want. And then we've got our last set screw to do. So this is 1 set screw on the side here. So make sure that's fully compressed when you're doing it. Put our Allen key in and tighten our set screw. Doesn't have to be super tight. The threads are in plastic, so we don't want to strip it. But there we go. That is a cleaned and rebuilt compact full range vacuum gauge. And with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap up the stream and see you all next time.
Yeah.
Can I get 1 zip tie from you first, Maria?
I would love to.
It's been real great having you all in the chat. Thank you, Monochroma. Thank you, Gene. Thank you, Dan. Thank you.
Some new names in the
I
chat
am
today.
IB602. Thank you to everybody who's been watching, who's not visible in the chat right now. So Martin, who else are we forgetting? Who else has been watching? Spirit, I don't think Spirit was on this one,
Yeah,
but
this one.
yeah, well, I think with that, we're gonna go ahead and say goodbye, so long, farewell. Thank you for joining the stream.
See you in the next one. Thank you for
See you in the next one,
watching.
yeah. Bye. When are you gonna be on another stream?
Soon.
Soon?
Next one.
You're gonna be on the next stream?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye. I love